are the two transfer cars at the moment, Waltrip and Brian Keselowski. Dick?
With Bob Keselowski, what's your heart rate like watching your two boys race?
I don't know. I'm sure glad they're not checking it right now. I've actually got to go to the Mayo Clinic on Tuesday to be checked out up in Minnesota. So, boy, I bet they'll probably make me stay home for a few races.
Well, you take care.
Former racer and a happy dad right now.
And he still has a uniform, too. Now, he might be afraid to use it, but he still has it.
He made that known last year.
That's right.
New record for lead changes at 22 so far. Sunday, the Great American Race kicks off with the biggest pre-race show on TV, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot from Daytona. It all starts Sunday at 9 Eastern, live here on Speed.
You know, Mike, what's one man's misfortune could end up going to another man's fortune. With that problem that Todd Bodine had, this will make Dave Blaney, who's actually sitting in the garage area, watch this race a lot more intently. He's still not out of this thing.
That's true. Steve?
You know, the Keselowski boys having a big time. Brad just said, wow, this is fun with Brian. He has moves that Jeff Gordon doesn't have. It seems everyone has a partner, so we're going to stay together.
You've got to be pretty impressed with the work that the Dodge camp has done. They only have 4 Dodges down here. They won the first duel, and here they've got these 2 sitting there running right there inside the top 10.
Brian Keselowski and Andy Lally right now the announced candidates for Rookie of the Year.
The captain builds a good ship, I can tell you.
Roger Penske, yes. So Burton and Boyer side by side. 2 Chevys leading 2 Toyotas, Kyle Busch and Michael Waltrip. Brian Keselowski's Dodge with Jeff Gordon. Then Brad Keselowski with Trevor Bayne. And you saw what happened to Edwards and Biffle. They were leading this race moments ago. They're going to restart 14th and 15th. Right there in the Wayback Machine.
Of course, the Keselowskis are out there on the racetrack, brothers racing together. And there I just noticed Michael's up here in the 4th spot. Pretty darn good run for him, too.
When they cross the line under green, it will be 3 laps to go. Jeff Burton comes out, drops down to pick up Clint Boyer, and here comes Jeff Gordon on the outside. They are hooked up and coming. Gordon, the 21 of Bayne, this happens to them every restart.
They just won't go on a restart. It's got to be the 24 because the 21 is pushing for all he's worth.
Carl Edwards has now picked up David Reagan, one of his other Roush Fenway teammates. It looks like it was in the first race.
Yeah, it looks like Mike at the 31 and the 33 really have worked hard to get to where they are. They did this all in the Budweiser shootout, and now this just might be the combination.
Waltrip and Keselowski still in the transfer spots. They're coming to 2 laps to go.
Look in the middle there, Jamie McMurray being pushed by a driver that was sideways less than 10 laps ago and brought a caution out. Did he have one?
Waltrip up to 3rd, Keselowski to 5th.
Michael's sitting in a pretty darn good spot right here in that commemorative car from 2001, the number 15 Napa car.
Travis Quapple in the back trying to make something happen, but may run out of time. He may have to depend on his speed to get into the race.
Look at those things wobble down the straightaway, Larry. I mean, I know that looks rather calm, but you ought to be in that thing when it's slipping around like that.
Don't give it to him.
Gordon and Bayne back at 9th and 10th. White flag. Jeff Burton.
I guarantee you, wild thing in that 18 car, he's not going to be content to run 4th in this race.
This will not be the way they finish.
2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas, 2 Dodges, 2 Toyotas, a Chevy and a Toyota. But on point, Jeff Burton trying for his first Daytona Speed Week's checkered flag. Clint Boyer locked on to him.
I know Michael and Kyle would like to pull out, but they're afraid to.
Wide behind them with Brian Keselowski in 5th.
They're going to take a look here, Michael and Kyle. Here they come. They got to run, but they're going to
crash.
Oh, no.
Trevor Bayne is in it along with David Reagan. And Burton will win it over Boyer.
5/1000ths of a second.
A thrilling finish, but in more ways than one, as they got 3, maybe 4 abreast up in turn number 4.
What a shame for the 21 car.
Yes.
Burton's a winner. Chicken dinner.
Jeff Burton, who came in here with just 3 top 10 finishes and 17 500s, gets his first Speed Weeks win. Brian Keselowski has raced his way into the 500. Kim Burton celebrates. Michael Waltrip finishes 3rd. He races his way into the 500.
What a great
Travis
run.
Quapple comes in on
Stop
speed.
with all the guys to be interviewed too. Top 5 on pit road. Way to go, brother.
And Trevor Bayne ends up 1,200 feet from the finish line.
I've seen that 21 car come down through there like that before. Back in 1976.
The mayor of the garage area, Jeff Burton, is going to victory lane. Well, here they come in turn 4.
Oh, you see Gordon and Bain, they already get sideways up there in the middle of a turn 4. Woo. It looked like Jeff kind of ran down on the 21 car.
I mean, Jeff Gordon went from the top to the bottom to not get involved in that wreck. Remember, he's sitting on the outside of the front row for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if the car didn't clip the wall here when it gets loose. You see here, gets a little bit of right side damage, but then I'm not sure. He was about to wreck. Jeff was just about to wreck, and he got down there and got into Trevor Bayne and turned him, and then the 6 car had nothing to do with that, but except slam the outside wall.
Bob Keselowski, longtime journeyman racer from Mount Clemens, Michigan. He has 2 sons in the Daytona 500. This is one of those accidents, Darrell, that's nobody's fault but everybody's misfortune.
Yeah, right here, the 21 to 24, they got an opening on the outside. They are coming, but then Jeff Gordon gets loose and gets into the wall. And right here, the 21 says, okay, I got to get out behind him. But Jeff's about to wreck. Jeff's getting ready to go down in the infield, and the 21 saved him.
And David Reagan in the 6 was just a victim.
Bad logistics.
Meanwhile, Jeff Burton has won it. Clint Boyer 2nd, Michael Waltrip 3rd. He races in. Kyle Busch, Brian Keselowski gets the other race in position. Travis Quapple gets in on speed. Terry Labonte on the provisional. And I believe that'll put Dave Blaney in the race based on his qualifying speed as well. Steve Burns.
Well, thank you, Mike. Jeff Burton climbs out of his Caterpillar Chevrolet, the Richard Childress Racing Stables. They've been strong, and Jeff douses his kids. Getting congratulations from his team members, including Todd Barrier. Jeff, you and Clint Boyer looked like you had a plan. You worked together. You guys have been strong since you've unloaded.
Yeah, we really have. It's a shame 2 cars can't fit in here, you know, because really, with the way this thing's going, it's really important to have somebody that's going to work with you. And Clint and I decided, we were just going to find each other early, and it worked out well for both of us. And I didn't know who won, but it was a good race.
Your kids are sticky now.
That's good. Now I know where they are. I do. For us, this is a great start. I mean, what went on with the Cat team last year was really frustrating, and to run as well as we did the other night, and get in victory lane, it means a great deal. And Cat deserves this. Chevrolet, SKF, Menards, everybody involved in this deal. And the Sprint Cup Series is going to be a strong year this year, and we're looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you.
Chris Devoda.
Thanks, Steve. And we talked about in that first race, Jeff Hammond, how we saw so much teamwork, but not necessarily between teammates. Here was a case where the RCR cars had a plan and stuck to it.
Yeah, again, I think everybody really paid attention in that first race, and they've learned so many valuable little tidbits, and they applied it during the second race, and we saw a totally different, communication between the teammates. showing teamwork. And again, it's just been, it was kind of like a wow as far as this second race is concerned. We saw some great racing.